Welcome to another podcast. My name is Dr. Jason Wiggins, and I am your Gen Z and Millennial expert. Today's date is February 17th, 2021, and this is episode number 105. So thank you very much for being here today. Happy Hump Day, happy Wednesday. I hope everybody is just having an amazing day. I think once you're energized in the morning, you come up. I mean, for instance, I start my day at 5 o'clock in the morning, and now it's about 8, almost 9 o'clock at night. I'm still going strong because I wake up with enthusiasm. I wake up knowing that it's going to be a great day, and that is really what leads me towards having a good, optimistic attitude. And that is something that I would let everybody know is the best thing you can do is have a great attitude when you start your day, because that will carry you through the morning, through the lunch, and through dinner. So just keep in mind that is a powerful, powerful tool. Today we got a great podcast, and it has to do with Gen Z and millennials, and when it comes to company loyalty. So that means company loyalty to Gen Z and millennials, as well as loyalty to the company from Gen Z and millennials. And that's what people think is loyalty. Is there really any loyalty this day and age? And yes, folks, loyalty is not totally gone. Why is it not totally gone? Because there are individuals now, especially with the pandemic, that think, you know what? If I can work someplace for a long time, at least I have job security. Because what people found out during the pandemic is there was no job security, either from the employer side or the employee side. Therefore, it has become more apparent that maybe, just maybe, loyalty and job security can not be a bad thing after all. I know my views personally changed. I was with a company that I thought I was going to grow with and I thought was going to be a good fit for me. I wasn't passionate about the industry, but I was passionate about managing, and I'm passionate about leading teams. Therefore, I can still get excited every day. But compared to now, there is light and night and day. I am not only passionate about the industry I'm working in and leading and managing, but growing a brand new business. That's where I found that even though I may have been let go due to a merger during the pandemic, it was actually the best thing to happen to me, because now I've been with the company for 5 months. I love what I'm doing. I'm excited every single day that I wake up. When Saturday and Sunday comes, I go, gosh, can't it be Monday through Friday? I really want to go to work. Now, before you start thinking I'm cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, I have a great family. I have a great support system. I love spending time with my wife and my son, but I thoroughly enjoy working and when I'm doing something I love. And that's where loyalty to me comes in. Loyalty is a part of doing something that you love, doing it for a company that you enjoy working for, and seeing the results of what you're doing. And the results for me are not just when it comes to growing the business financially, but it's seeing your employees, strive to be the best, continue to up their game. And right now we're slammed at work, and literally you see everybody raising to the next level because there is no downtime. You scarf your lunch up, you run and run and run. You're as busy as can be. Every single second counts. And that is like, I always kind of say it's like being a sports agent. You're on the phone every day. You're on the move. You're looking at what's going to be the next best deal. How can I improve? How can I improve the organization, the financials? And that is what loyalty is. Loyalty is about the employer providing a job that you'll enjoy, that you're compensated fairly, that you have benefits, you have a 401k. These are important aspects of a job. I was reading an article the other day, and it talked specifically about those things. If you're looking for just an employee and you only offer a wage, let's just say it's a decent, fair wage, but you don't offer medical, you don't offer benefits, there's no 401k, there's no vacations, it's missing those key aspects within the job. Are you going to get the best caliber of an individual? 9 times out of 10, you're not. You're going to get somebody that might desperately need a job, and they might be very good at what they do, but they're not going to be a lifelong loyal employee. You have to offer benefits, you have to offer vacation, and you have to offer key benefits like dental, medical, and 401k, bonus structure. These are things that employees expect, not what they should get, it's what they expect to get. And that's where you get the high caliber of folks that will be loyal to the soil. Now let's think about from the organization side, the employer side. What does loyalty mean to them? Well, loyalty means an employee who wants to come to work, who wants to perform at a high level, that believes they're getting fairly compensated. Remember, the employer, they want to be able to get maximum efficiency at minimal dollars. So there's a struggle because employer wants to have maximum compensation with, I don't want to say a minimal level of work, but a fair level of work. So there's where that struggle comes in. But if you can meet halfway in the middle, but I don't mean not working hard as the employer, because every employee should desire to work hard. Why? Because it's good for us. It's good to know that we're making a difference. I've always said before, if you're in a job where you don't have the opportunity to make a difference, where you're bored, where you're not enjoying what you do, then you're doing yourself a disservice by staying in the job. You might have to stay for a compensation or because you don't have another job to fall back on. Yeah, I get it. But the key aspect is you really need to think about what's going to make you happy, how that overall level of working is going to see you do bigger and better things. So that's where that loyalty comes in. It comes in to a fair compensation and fair benefits for a high level of work. And when you feel like you're doing something amazing, it will help, because the one thing is people forget, our identities that we have are usually looped up into the type of work we do. Yes, we don't live to work, we work to live. So that's important to understand that. But the identity of individuals when they do a job, somebody will say, so what do you do? I am a so-and-so. Well, you're an accountant. Okay, great. That's the personality. That's their persona. They are an accountant. So that makes them feel good about what they do. And that's why it's so important to do a job that you love. And remember, every single person out there has the opportunity to make a difference. We've talked about that in previous podcasts, that any job that, as minimal as it may seem to somebody else, has a certain level of importance. And if you do that job well, regardless of what it is, it doesn't matter. It's about your work ethic, you're striving to be better. If that means being the best janitor you could possibly be, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, I grew up with my dad being a janitor as a young child. And you know what? I didn't care what he did as long as I knew he worked hard and he was providing for his family. And I think no matter who you are, we should never, ever look down on somebody because of the job they do. And that leads me back to this discussion of loyalty. Loyalty is about making sure that the company, the employee, they have a match. They have a match and the desire to work together to make sure that the company takes care of the employee and the employee is taking care of the company. Now, for an example, they say Gen Z and millennials are not loyal. Yes, there's a lot of truth to the job hopping, but truth be told, yeah, millennials are job hoppers. Gen Z are kind of job hoppers, but they're still early in their tenureship, so it's kind of hard to tell. But they're also opportunistic individuals. They're looking for the right fit. That's the key. And so people say, well, they're not loyal. Well, check this out. Nearly half of millennials would, if they had a choice, quit their current job in the next 2 years. But that means 51% would keep their job in the next 2 years. So would you say that's a plan of loyalty? You know, I don't know, but millennials employees on average plan to stay at their current job for 10 years, while Gen Z says they're 6 years. Again, that's fairly loyal. Now, if you take care of your employees and that 10 years could be 20 years, I mean, look at the baby boomer generation. The baby boomer generation would start off at a company at the ripe age of 20, and they thought nothing of it, retiring 40 to 45 years later. Now, this day and age, that's probably unheard of with the Gen X, millennials, and Gen Z. But does it mean it's impossible? No. If an organization is well represented, they compensate well, they provide all the key aspects, they show emotional intelligence, they care about the employees. Those are key aspects that go beyond the monetary dollar amount. Therefore, when you think about loyalty, loyalty is about when and how a person feels success in their job, and they have the right mentorship, they have the right leadership, they have individuals that care about them, and that is another important part. Now, nearly 3 out of 4 millennials and Gen Zs expect a pay raise every year in order to stay with the current company. So when you think about loyalty, you go, okay, well, is it just wage? Maybe you offer them some other benefits. Maybe it's increased vacation time, increased 401k benefits, increased bonus. These don't have to be your salary so much, as long as they know that you're looking out for them. Because remember, the average expense is about 3% annually. So with 3% annually, that means you should be getting at least 3% more increase annually. But remember, the notion of a work-life balance is becoming obsolete. Yes, everybody wants work-life balance, but with technology being 24/7, it's really hard to separate work from personal life. But that being said, you can always still enable your employers to determine what's a fair way to divide the work. And that's where you have to make sure that you have 24 connectivity with your employees, and make sure that work and life happen simultaneously. These are key parts of the loyalty by the employer, by the employee. And if the organization grows, the employee grows. And that's another aspect is loyalty. Employees want to be able to have the opportunity to move up. And sometimes just being stuck where you are is not going to be enough to keep that loyalty, which is why, as an employer, you need to find ways to be able to promote, or maybe even if it's a job title, or increased responsibilities, or increased learning tools, providing your employees with opportunities to learn new skills. These are part of the aspects that are important. So loyalty is a wonderful thing, and Gen Z and millennials have a great opportunity to be loyal to their employer, to the organization, and grow within. But the employer needs to take the following steps to make sure that you have a win-win situation. A salary recommendations, increased benefits, bonus, 401k, and these are just the tip of the iceberg. Work-life balance. So at the end of the day, loyalty can be done. Organizations will grow fruitfully when loyalty is in place, and that is the reason why loyalty is not dead, and we need to keep thinking that it is a possibility to work your whole life again one day with an organization as long as they treat you right. So as always, please like, subscribe to the channel so you get your favorite episode right when it comes out. And as always, I appreciate your listenership. I know I'm hyped up today. I know I'm excited. And that passion that I have, I hope translates over the airwaves. So as always, if it's in the morning, afternoon, or night, be safe, take care, and guess what? We'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.